Also joining us today, we have a man who might have had the worst opinion in the history of opinions, or at least in wrestling opinions. Maybe I won't use the big blanket statement, but definitely the worst wrestling opinion ever, when on Sunday's show, he tier ranked along with Ignacio, and I expect it from Ignacio, to be honest. I'm not too bothered about that one, but he tier ranked Blake Monroe as a jobber. Blake Monroe, one of the most talented women's wrestlers on the planet. Somebody who did fantastic work in All Elite Wrestling, has joined NXT and so far has been nothing but great in NXT. Dare I say, actually, one of the only highlights of NXT television at the minute. Her and Jobber don't go in the same sentence. Plus, she's an Arsenal fan. Added points. Clark, you are supposedly also an Arsenal fan. I mean, what on earth is this diabolical opinion?
Well, I'll say this. Thank you for having me on today's show. Unlike certain media sites this week, it does say my name in the graphic, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Somebody didn't quote his name. He's not happy
really
about
good
it.
for me. I will say this, though.
He didn't quote my name either.
You know, I looked up Blake Monroe's record in AEW, and it happens to be 0-0.
Oh, here
Blake
we go.
Monroe never wrestled a match in AEW, and she does oddly look like Mariah May, but for a hot new upstart, I just don't see her beyond being a jobber right this second. You know, she's a hot new upstart rookie. Yes, she looks like the very successful, well-resumed Mariah May, but obviously we're talking about two different people here. I expect potentially, this weekend, it's Forbidden Door, the hottest free agent in women's wrestling, Mariah May, might show back up in AEW.
Oh my gosh.
But
they're the same person.
No.
Blake Monroe is Mariah May, Clark.
No, you're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
Okay, if Mariah May
what
was
Blake
on that
Monroe's
list,
record
where would you rank her?
AEW?
Where would you rank Mariah May?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's main eventer.
Well, there we are.
That's a no-brainer.
That's what you should have said to Blake Monroe, because they are the same person.
No, that's wrong. Blake Monroe's a hot new upstart. We just discovered her in NXT. She's only had 2 matches so far. She's brand new. What are you talking about?
You know what?
She looks just like Mariah May.
Let's just for a second act like she is a different person. She is a new wrestler. She is completely separate to Mariah May, which she isn't. Let's just pretend that. How on earth is somebody who's got 2 wins as high profile as Blake Monroe does in NXT going to be considered a jobber?
I just think
Ben, I'm gonna be honest with you. If we're doing that story, then she is definitely a average to below average superstar. Because last night that promo exchange between her and Jordan Grace was AWFUL awful.
Okay, she's had 1 bad segment in the how many weeks she's been there.
What? Her first segment was bad too.
The first one? No, that was good
at all.
No, it wasn't. We were talking.
Don't get me wrong. I think she's got a lot of potential, but I mean, she's basically.
Oh no, sorry, it did suck.
A few segments.
Did suck. Ignore me.
I'm just saying, man. It's She looks remarkably like Mariah May, who we know is excellently talented. It's a shame we've been missing Mariah May for the last, few months here.
Again, they're the same person. I mean, they are one and the same.
Stop trying to say that. It's not true.
It is.
Blake Monroe's record in AEW, it's 0-0. She's never had a match.
Actually, if you Google it, their cage matches are the same, so it actually will be.
I
will actually come up with it.
Are you using Ask Jeeves again, Ben? Chill out.
Oh my gosh, Fernando now is on your side too. He's saying Clark always tells the truth. You have started another conspiracy theory. First it was that Cody Rhodes is a lizard. Now it's Blake Monroe isn't Mariah May.
That's not the same person. Why would they have 2 different names?
I don't know.
See?
I complained about that weeks ago.
How could it be the same person if they have 2 different names? There was no
shout out to you.
There was no filing for a second name. There was no, you'd see that in court if there was a legitimate name change. And all of a sudden we have this Blake Monroe basically cosplaying Mariah May. out there, and just it is what it is, Ben.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
You
There's no getting
you see what I have to go through every Tuesday off the air?
I don't.
I want to know some more backstory on Blake Monroe. I don't know where we found her or where she came from. I do think she's got talent down the road, but for right now, jobber for sure.
She's not a job. Oh.
I really like her entrance though.
Exactly. Jobbers don't have entrances That's good.
What I mean, though. I think for a jobber, the entrance is off the charts.
So she's not a jobber then?
I mean,
no, for a jobber.
Gangrel was a jobber, and he had a pretty cool entrance.
Exactly.
There's an exception to every rule.
We've had tons of them. It would just, it'd be really cool someday if she can work her way up to see Blake Monroe versus Mariah May in the ring. I'd be all over that.
Oh, of course you would. Keep playing that on your WWE 2K video game, Clark.
It'd be a heck of a matchup. They both have similar movesets, similar looks. It would just be back and forth.